Hey everybody, sorry for the kind of like a mess. It is only my watch isn't it's not even 10 a.m. yet. Yeah, it's not even 10 a.m. yet. I just got finishing breakfast. I'm chilling out playing some Paper Mario Thousand Year Door while listening to some videos. And this guy's video, his name is what's it? Something Good Network. I don't know. He made a video called Nintendo forced me to make this video about physical media, and I've heard about the discussions about physical media for years now. All credit goes to Adam Koralik for basically pioneering my knowledge, I guess you could say, of what I learned. And yeah, listen to him. Seriously, he knows what he's talking about. And thank God he and I and other YouTubers are the only people. There's like a whole flood of people that's going on about like, hey, we're heading towards something bad about this. And look, guys, here's the thing. I feel like in today's market, we didn't know what we were buying at first originally, but now that a lot of us are becoming aware, hopefully more so, we do have control of the situation. We do. It does suck to say no to something like the Switch 2. I'm not going to deny that. We're only human, and again, words of the real life fake wizard, which he's also a great content creator, I think. There is nothing wrong with wanting the new Nintendo product at all. That's totally okay. That's normal. That's human. That's fine. But you got to if you just have to give it and get one just so then you can experience it, fine. I might end up doing that. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about the Switch 2, but here's my gripe. I know for a fact, as excited and hyped as I might be when I get one on launch, if it happens, I will know. Even if I try to forget it, I will know in the back of my mind, I am giving into the problem. I'm supporting the problem. What's the problem? I think you know what I'm talking about. How these prices keep going up and up and up and up and up until we say enough. That's the problem. Part of me feels like Nintendo can get away with this because I think Apple has for a long time. I'm not an Apple supporter at all. I never owned an iPhone. I only had an iMac, and it was a really crappy one too. In 2007 to 2016 or so, it my dad got it for me at the time, and he knew I really loved video editing, creating. So he figured Apple would be a good source for that. And at the time, it definitely seemed like it. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful that my dad did all that for me. Don't get me wrong, but that computer just it could not keep up, and I learned for sure that like Macs were not the way to go if you wanted to game, if you wanted to like upgrade your specs and all that stuff. You had to buy a whole new product. That seemed ridiculous. And I'm not saying that graphics cards, processors, all this stuff is cheap either, but like once you get one, a high end one for a high price, it will last you for like 10 plus years. I mean, my specs are amazing. My server power right now, I don't have to worry about it for a long time. That Mac was done in like a year or two. I can promise you, it was starting to show problems after only a year or two of using it. So that's my point, right? So no, I'm not really a big Apple guy at all. This is an Android phone I'm using. I I will never ever own. I have a Samsung Galaxy Watch on right now. I will never ever own an Apple product ever again. But I'm not a super. I really want like just for me and my nostalgia and my love for gaming. And I know I'm not alone on this. A part of my soul or my heart does want to be brand loyal to Nintendo because I love their products. And I'm sure a lot of you out there watching this video feel the same way. But like Scott the Woz and other people out there, or whoever you are, if you're a big fat gamer like I am, you have like all these systems and experiences like I do, like a PS5 or a Dreamcast or or an original Xbox or I used to have a 3DO or an Atari 2600 or whatever device it might be, right? If you let the game on, maybe you let the game on your phone, which is like it is what it is if you do. I'm not judging you. We all get our kicks in other ways. I'm not a big I never really I personally do not like to use my phone for games at all, but I do have the option if I want to use it, but I don't really want to use it, but I have it there. I have games. My point is that yes, I games on my phone. Okay, a lot of people do. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit, but where am I going with this? Okay. Digital is convenient. Digital is nice. I don't think digital should go away forever, but Adam Kralik is 100% right about digital. It is trying to take over physical media, but it's not entirely the invention of digital's fault. It's the corporations that like utilize it. What the fuck is up with these guys? Like, aren't I know corporations are evil. I'm not stupid. Like, I get it. It's the same thing with the government. But like, we're all human beings, you know? Like, use your heart. Think of your decisions logically. It's very human and normal and okay to want to make money. And it's a good thing that these people are making a lot of money for them, sure, for their companies, yes, but like also have a heart and realize that like don't screw people over. That's what there's nothing to benefit from that. Yeah, sure, maybe you get more money out of it, but you're getting enough already. I don't know. I totally believe in like money does consume the soul. It seems to happen to a lot of people. And it's just like I don't know what to think. It's crazy. I grew up with very well off parents, and they were always they're not perfect, but they seem to do at the end of the day. They always seem to come around to try to do the right thing. And for people just outside my family too, like for strangers and stuff. Like looking back at my life, they were not all that bad when it came to action. Not always, no. And I don't know what to think about this whole situation. Like it's just crazy to me because it's like, why can't more people be kind of like that? Like, and I don't think their money ever ruined them, but they definitely were they're definitely kind of snobby. They definitely are, but they're also I don't know. You know what I mean? They're not bad parents. I'm not going to say that. That's for sure. I'm very fortunate with how they are as parents, but as people, well, it's a little iffy, but they're still okay. Same thing with parents. It's a little iffy, but my point is that there are people out there who are practically millionaires who can be good. I can't think of any examples right now, but like actually, what about Reggie? Reggie Fils-Aimé, right? What's his net worth? I don't know. It's probably pretty high, but he is a good-hearted human being. He's always made good decisions with Nintendo and with his other companies he's run. If you listen or read his book, it's called Disrupting the Game. I highly recommend it. You learn more about him. I'm not saying everyone has to be like that. In fact, you don't have to be. Your money's not gonna judge your. Is not gonna control your character. You are. So if you're the head of Apple or Nintendo or whatever company, just think about what you're doing because it's like, yeah, you can charge people for more money, but eventually it will bite you in the ass. And there's a lot of people out there like me who are over Apple and whatever company. It's just yeah. As I'm wearing a Mario shirt right now, I know, but I'm always going to love Nintendo because they're a big part of my life. They've always been. My first true video game console, my first video game console ever was the Genesis, but it was a hand me down. But even at the time, I was like, this system is absolutely amazing. Sonic 1 and 2, wow, I fell in love with them right up. Look at me now. I mean, those games were the first things that ever truly made a huge impression on me in my life. Pieces of media that I can remember, besides maybe a film like The Great Mouse Detective or something I watched when I was very little. But um, and yeah, no, like the GameCube was the first console I ever had that was relevant for its time when I got it, and it seemed like the system was bigger than I thought it was at the time because there was a lot of ads for it. A lot of people were aware of what it was. Like at least three of my friends had one. I think like up to five of my friends at the time had one. I may be exaggerating, but it seems like every kid whose house I went to had a GameCube at the time growing up. So it was a little weird how the system didn't sell very well ultimately. It was kind of strange. But it's true though. A couple of my friends did have a PS2 though. I had at the time though, my friends and I had no idea how well the GameCube and PS2 were doing. We had or good or bad. We had no idea. We were just into these systems. Um, and so, but my era was also the era of physical media, right? And then there's old farts like me that really aren't all that old. I mean, come on, 30 or in their like mid to if you're 40 or older, you're still not. It's old, but it's not too. I am old, but like I'm not too old. My point is that us old, excuse me, us old farts are caught on to physical media, but it shouldn't matter how old you are. Just know the value of it. Like my daughter, she's only 6 years old, and I'm hoping that one day she realizes physical media is more important than digital. I think that's always going to matter, but like at the same time, though, it's not really digital media's fault. But it's like if you had the control to take it off the market, it kind of is. But the same thing kind of happens with physical media, right? But like when a physical item is no longer being supported by the company, you can't buy it anywhere. You can still buy it secondhand. Digital stuff. How do you get digital stuff secondhand? You have to be a pirate. You have to download it. You have to go offline. And I'm here to say, I think that kind of thing should definitely be legal because it's like it's not really fair if you can have access to something that no longer exists on the internet, and no one's really going to judge you for it. Like for example, Scott Pilgrim versus the Game. When that game got pulled away from the Xbox Live Marketplace, how are we supposed to buy it? You couldn't. You had to download offline, and even then, it's like, can you really blame them? And but then there's the thing though. certain products, their servers will go down. Now, I never understood why companies changed, had to like, uh, fuck around with something like servers when you move to like a new system. How come it can't? Oh, I know servers like, I don't know how that stuff works necessarily, but I know it makes sense when you have like a stronger product versus the old one. The servers are also going to be upgraded. The internet's also going to be a bit stronger with that product. Do you really have to reinvent what you had before, or can you just maybe you do? Okay, yeah, that kind of maybe makes sense. Maybe if you try to connect the servers to everything, if you try to use something like, how beefy the Xbox One is to play aligned on the original Xbox with the same kind of servers, it could be crazy. So it could explode the Xbox or something. I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's why that happens, but that still seems kind of shitty. I don't know if that's entirely the reason. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it always baffled me that it's like, why even do that? Like, just keep it how it is. Like, does it cost them money to keep it up? Like, is it really that much of a problem? Because I remember thinking this when the 360 store was shutting down. Now, okay. I don't think I got to any point yet because I called this video, "We have control of the situation," right? What does that mean? Well, it means what it means. It means that you should vote with your wallet, but at the same time, though, if you really, really, really don't want to do that, or you may want to do it, but if you end up feeling very 50-50 about it and you go with the other option, I am not going to give you a hard time about that. I'm not one to be like, how dare you? Because that's not fair. Why is that not fair? Because you're only human. You are going to make mistakes. You're capable of making mistakes. It is a normal, natural thing to do. And maybe it won't be a mistake. Maybe it'll ultimately be a good decision for you. Okay? I have no control over your life or what you decide. It's not a problem. However, you also have to be aware of what you're doing too. So it's like, it's very 50-50. It is problematic buying a Switch 2, but you shouldn't do it. I mean, you shouldn't do it, but if you do it, I shouldn't blame you for it because that doesn't seem right in a way. It's like you only want to enjoy what's there. I don't think you don't want to think about, I'm going to support the problem. You want to think about, I have the new Nintendo machine with all the great games on it. Holy shit. This is incredible. As I feel like how it should be. That's fair. That's what we all want. This is like one of the saddest histories in gaming. No one's really gotten too much into it. And what do I mean by that? That launch lineup is incredible. I think I said in my last video, the why is everything suck nowadays? That the Nintendo Switch 2 launch, I had to double check the launch. Hold on a second. These launch titles give me a huge smile on my face. I got my tablet here. And it's fucking sad. So you got all these games. Some of them are digital only maybe. But you got Mario Kart, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which that game already exists. So we got Mario Kart World, Breath of the Wild. Okay, those two games already exist. Civilization 7, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, which yes, those games are already. I don't know about Civilization 7. These games already exist, but for the fact that these might be the best versions of them on this hardware is a good thing. Deltarune, Fortnite, Bravely Default, Flying Fair. Okay, so these are all games that kind of already exist. I think there's more, but there's 24 games launching with the Switch 2. Apparently so. So I said in my last video, this launch lineup is potentially the best launch a console has ever had since the Sega Dreamcast. That's 25 years later. Think about it. Look at video game launches and look at, is there anything else that came out with like 20 or more? The Dreamcast launched with 19 games. No other system's done it since. Yeah. In that, the PS2 I think also launched with a lot. I can't remember, but I don't think it was 19. The point is that this is, and the reason why that's sad. I don't know if I had to spell out for you, but I think you get it. The reason why that's like really sad is because it's like this is like, you're gonna put these amazing games on this and you're gonna create this controversial problem around this. That is sad. It is. You're gonna launch it with $80 games. You're gonna launch it at $450 to $500. You're gonna there's gonna be tariffs on the damn thing. I can't believe it. Now I haven't checked the Switch News 2 in a couple days. I have been following news every day like a hawk, and then kind of gave a break because I kind of just don't want to worry about this issue. But I'll check on it soon. But anyways, I don't want companies these said companies to go out of business. But there's nothing wrong with being fair. Like well, yeah, that's the right thing to do. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that sorry. I'm getting a Zelda blanket too. I know I'm Mr. Nintendo fanboy right now with what I have. But my point is that well, for sure don't be brand loyal, especially when it comes to stuff like this. And for two, never trust a billionaire. A millionaire, I don't know, but a billionaire, never ever trust a billionaire. Just don't do it. I think Doug Bowser might be a billionaire at this point. Just don't ever trust them. It just don't. Never fully 100% trust anybody. Now, do I believe that Nintendo would be more fair or like more consumer friendly today if Iwata and Reggie were still around at the company? Maybe. I don't believe that the situation would be like this. In fact, I don't even believe that Iwata would have called the next system the Switch 2. Or maybe he would have. Maybe I want to believe Iwata would have been like, I want to call something else, and then maybe Reggie or someone else at the company assured him why he should title it Switch 2. Because it's like a no-brainer. Like all of us were like Switch 2, Switch 2, Switch 2. And yeah, that's what it's called. And I hate the name, but I also like it because it's not innovative, it's not creative, it's just a sequel, but it makes perfect sense to do it. It's a genius idea for the title. But thankfully, a lot of us are aware about what's going on with the controversy around this piece of machinery, and now Nintendo, you guys got to fix this. You need to fix this. Nintendo, if there's anybody at the company watching the video, or you know, I mean, come on, everyone on the internet's been telling you the problem here. Please fix it. Now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because you did break it. What do I mean by that? Why do you think the Switch 1 was so successful? It was fairly affordable. It was a genius little idea thing, all that stuff. You broke it by doing this insane thing with the digital games and the pricing and all this crazy shit. And yeah. Jesus Christ, Nintendo, please. Now you did break it. So please, now you should fix it. All right, guys. Now, some of you out there might be thinking, oh, he's back making videos again. Yay. Okay, well, I don't want to be mean, but I'm not really back. I'm just gonna make little videos like this for now. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this, but like I have a lot of ideas in my mind I like talking about on camera. But I also like I do like being creative with video formats. It's something I keep imagining even now when I want to take a break or kind of retire from YouTube. But it's like I know you guys like my content, so all right. I'm really good about this. Just give me time. I told y'all in my other video, I didn't say I was going to go away for good or anything, but I don't know. I'm only human. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. See you later. You have control of the situation. Don't forget you do. Be strong about this. If you want, if you need, you don't have to be, but if you want to be strong about this. Think about how this can change for the better, and hopefully things do change for the better and whatnot. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.